Hello, let's start with the first session of tarot. In this course, we'll get to know what exactly tarot is, about its various cards, its history, where does it originated, and all its things. The very first thing, before starting, let us see what exactly tarot is. Tarot is the most synthetic and one of the most interesting methods of predicting future. Tarot doesn't just tell you your future, it helps you create your future through knowledge. Empowering and enlightening, you learn how to actively create incredible outcomes. Tarot changes lives by making you aware of your choices and the patterns of outcome. A wonderful tool for self-development, clarity and insight. Tarot is you. It is a powerful symbolic system of personality patterns that allows you to gain more clarity and personal power in your life. When using tarot, this is when I feel I'm really communing with universal wisdom and connecting with a much wiser counsel than my own. Tarot is also a wonderful for assessing inner wisdom, personal transformation, and is a bridge to the subconscious mind. It is in essence a mirror of the soul. It is an amazing, wise source for which you have to develop a deep respect. There are many ways to use tarot. It truly allows us a clear look ourselves in a very powerful way that parallels a psychology session. Wise to the point of surprising us, it opens up to information about things you may know are happening but may not realize your own influence on the outcome. Tarot empowers you to understand yourself better and offers wise suggestions on improving your outcomes. Tarot is not a god, though it connects with the wisdom of spirit and divine through a subconscious and inner high self. It bridges you to the power within yourself. It helps you to understand a situation and make life-changing adjustments for betterment. Tarot is a set 78 cards basically, each featuring different symbolic picture. A standard tarot deck is made up of 22 cards called the major arcana or trumps and four suits of 14 cards which are very similar to the playing cards called the minor arcana or pip cards. Tarot can be used to achieve insight, clarity, and greater control over issues involving relationship, life changes, work and career, health, spirituality, dreams, and family. Now, before moving ahead to tarot and getting to know its various decks, its various reading forms, its meaning, let us go back into the history that exactly from where did tarot originated. Tarot cards were most likely created somewhere between the late 14th and early 15th century. Tarot spreads are not creations of the New Age. It is debated whether tarot was created in Europe, Egypt, India, Italy, Spain, China, or France. The history of tarot is a great puzzle. During the Middle Ages, when it first appeared historically, there existed a tendency to build up synthetic symbolical or logical systems of the same sort as Asmagan by Raymond Lull. But productions similar to the tarot exist in India and China, so we cannot possibly think it one of those systems created during the Middle Age in Europe. It is also evidently connected with the ancient mysteries and the Egyptian initiations. Although its origin is an embryonic trope, it is also evidently aimed at its author or authors who are quite unknown. There's no doubt whatever that it is complete code of hermetic symbolism we possess. Although it represents as a pack of cards, the tarot really is something quite different. It can be read in a variety of ways. As at one instance, I give you a metaphysical interpretation of the general meaning or of the general content of the card. That is to say, its metaphysical title, which will plainly show that this work could not have been invented by illiterate gypsies of the 14th century. The tarot falls into three divisions. The first part has 21 cards which are numbered. The second part has one card 0. The third party has 56 cards, that is the four suits of 14 cards. Moreover, the second part appears to be a link between the first and the third part. Since all the 56 cards of the third part together are equal to the card 0, now if we imagine 21 cards disposed in the shape of a triangle, 7 cards of each have a point in the center of the triangle which is represented by the 0 card and a square round the triangle. We shall have a representation of relation between God, man and universe in that triangle. Along with it, the relation between the world of ideas, the relation between the consciousness of a man and the physical world can also be seen and imagined in that very triangle. In order to become a acquainted reader of tarot, it is necessary to understand the basic idea of kalaba and of alchemy. For it represents, as indeed many commentators of the tarot think, a summary of the hermetic sciences. The Kabbalah, alchemy, astrology, magic with their different divisions. All these sciences attributed to Hermes Trismegistus really represent one system of a very broad and deep psychological investigation of the nature of man in his relation to the world of Neomen and to the world of phenomenon. The world of Neomen is the world of spirit, and the world of phenomenon is the physical world. Now, the most important thing about tarot is the world is known for what happens. The world does not believe in magic. So tarot moreover gives you an insight of what is going to happen in the future. It gives you and it shows you the magical thing in a practical and logical way. Now, the four first principles of the four letter of the name of God are the four alchemist elements. The tarot has four suits: cups, swords, pentacles, and coins. Thus, every suit, every side of the square equal to the point represents one of the elements, control one class of spirit. The scriptures are fire, the cup are water, the swords are air, the pentacles are earth. Moreover, in every suit, the king means the first principle of fire, the queen means the second principle of water, the knight means the third principle or air, the page or the knave is the fourth principle or the earth. Then again, the ace means fire, the deuce water, the three spot air, the fourth spot earth. Then again, the fourth spot is the last principle, the five spot, the second, etc. In regards to the suit, one may add that the black suits will actively initiate and the subjective side of consciousness, and the red express possessivity, inertia, and the objective side of consciousness. Then the first two suits signify good and the other two mean evil. Thus, every card of the 56 indicates the presence of the principle of activity or passivity of good or evil, arising either in man's will or from out. And the significance of each card is further dissipated through its various combination which the suit and its number symbolically mean. The 56 card as a whole represent as it were a complete picture of all the possibilities of man's consciousness, and this makes the tarot adaptable for future telling. Thus, including the Kabbalah, astrology, alchemy, and magic, the tarot makes it possible to see gold, to evoke spirits, and to draw horoscopes simply by means of this pack of cards without the complicated paraphernalia and ceremonies of an alchemist, astrologer, or magician. The early tarot symbols is rooted in medieval and Renaissance period. Today, there are thousands of decks, and all of them are unique. Now let us see what exactly tarot cards is and what exactly tarot card means. The main interest of tarot is in the 21 number cards. These cards have numeric values and also are involved in symbolic significance. The literature relating to the tarot has in view mainly the reading of the symbolical designs of the 22 cards. Very many writers have arranged their works on the plan of the tarot, but this is not often suspected because the tarot is rarely mentioned. Oswald Witt speaks of origin of tarot in his essay upon the astronomical tarot. Tarot cards is basically a deck which consists of 78 cards. There are two parts to the traditional tarot deck, the major arcana and the minor arcana. There are 22 cards called the major arcana. There are 14 cards which are divided into few suits, usually cups, wands, swords, and discs, called the minor arcana. All tarot cards contain images, symbol, and meanings. Some cards are assigned the elements earth, air, fire, and water. Along with it, there are many decks that use non-traditional symbols. There are decks based on feminism, cats, Alice in Wonderland, mythology, astrology, angels, goddess, fairy tales, dragons, herbs, baseball, animals, unicorns, art, vampires, Native Americans, runes, Egypt, flowers, crystal, gypsies, and more. According to Christian, the 21 major arcana of the tarot represents the hierological paintings which were found in the spaces between the columns of a gallery which the Neopard was obliged to cross in the Egyptian initiates. These pictures were explained to the candidates for initiation in regular order, and they contain the rules and principles or the initiate. The opinion is confirmed by the correspondence which exists between arcana when they are thus arranged. In the gallery of the temple, those pictures were arranged in pairs, one opposite another, so that the last picture had deep suggestions. In this way, the mind finds the one in the two and is led from dualism to monoism, which is we might call the unification of the two. One card explains the other. Each pair shows, moreover, that they can only be mutually explanatory and mean nothing when taken separately. Thus, for instance, the card 10 and 3, which are life and death, signify together a certain whole or complementary condition which we cannot conceive by the ordinary imperfect mental processes. We think of a life and death are two opposite things of the same coin, antagonistic one to the other. But if we thought further, we should see that each depends on the other for existence, and neither could come into existence separately. A symbol may even serve to transfer our intuitions and to suggest new ones, only so long as its meaning is not defined. Real symbols are perpetually in process of creation, but when they receive a definite significance, they become hieroglyphics and finally a mere way to predict things. As they express simply by ordinary concept, cease to be a language of the gods or initiate and become a language of men, which is known by everyone. Properly speaking, a symbol in occultism means the same as in art. The deck of 78 cards that expresses the inner and outer energies of every human experience. Tarot connects with your life experiences. For centuries, people from all walks of life have learned to harness the ability to analyze themselves and others with the help of tarot. It is a mystical method of inquiry and exploration and is curiously accurate when describing your life happenings. It pinpoints patterns, points to areas where change would manifest a better direction, and steers you towards success.